Brows are a thing that everybody just wants them to be perfected. Okay, scratch that. Not everybody wants them to be perfected. Some of them just want to be visible. So let's take a look at the many different ways that you can build brows and fill them in. The first is eyeshadows. Literally look at the different browns of eyeshadows that we have, and you can pick a color that matches your customer's eyebrows. Another great one is looking at Palette One. Palette One is so versatile to be able to do eyeshadows, do brows, do eyeliners, do contouring. This is amazing. For some people that just need the ease is our eyebrow pencil, which is fantastic because it has a 0.7 millimeter tip. So it can really create hair-like strokes. And then if people have unruly brows, it has the spoolies to be able to move those around. Women can also use one of our eyeliners. Prim and Proper are really great, and you pass on cost savings to the customer, which is fantastic. And the brow liner and the eye pencil are made from the same material, which means it is budge-proof. Try it. Put it on your hand, experiment with it. See how long it takes for that to lock into place. About 4 minutes in, it's gonna be locked in. Smudge-proof, budge-proof, sweat-proof. That is huge for some women for building brows. We also have our Brow Obsession palette. So these are for ladies who are ready to take it up a notch, have tried everything, or they're experts and want to know a little bit more. So there are 2 different colors to be able to build and contrast colors. There is the gel that's going to set it into place. And then you've got your highlighters, and I call this your corrector. So in case you went too far and just need to clean up the line, that goes under. We are gonna jump into using eyeshadows because this is something that you can pass on a tip to your customers. I guarantee that every one of your customers has brown eyeshadows. Women love neutral colors. Instruct them to get an angled brush. So this is our brow artistry brush, but you can also, the liner shader brush is fantastic because they get a shader end and they get a liner end. So that works as well too. So what I recommend to women is just filling in the natural curve of their brows, because when they fill in their brows for the first time, they're already gonna have that wow brow effect, and they're going to say, oh yeah, I like that you can see my brows a little bit more. You can see the expression a little bit more, but it's not too in your face. All right, so I just put this on dry. I do recommend having a primer on and then applying this, but then if they really wanna take it a step further, if they're really liking the way it looked, wet the brush, then dip it in their eyeshadow and then apply it. Now, a lot of people talk about shaping their brows. So I'm gonna go ahead and just instruct you guys how we do this so you can kind of have an understanding, but it just takes practice and learning where the landmarks are and how you like it. But the basic rules for building a brow are starting, stopping point, and where you create an arch. So what you wanna do is go to the outer edge of your nose and create that straight edge. And where you can see, you want your brow to come right to the edge of this. So you can see on me, I have a little bit more room that I can bring that brow to. On the outer, what you're gonna do is go right past the corner of your eye to the outside. That is where you can stop your brow. Take a look. I have some room I need to put there. Where do you create an arch? Where do you get that nice expression? You go from the tip of your nose across your pupil, and that is where an arch should be formed. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive in with wetting my brush, and I go ahead and kind of wipe it off a little bit, dive into my palette, and I start looking, I know those landmarks, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and build my arch by going through my brow and creating that arch going down. Again, trying to figure out where it goes. So you can see this one just made a little bit more dramatic because I wet the eyeshadow. I used the same color on this side as I did this side is just wet. Another option of doing your brows is actually using our Splurge Cream eyeshadows. We have a few shades in the browns that also are great too because it's like a wax-based pomade, so it's gonna go on and stay in place. But encourage your customers just to start filling in their brows first with an eyeshadow. Again, that's gonna help to gain trust, and then you can help them finding landmarks and build upon their brows.